Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning from Pakistan and good evening from USA. This is your host Umer Kayoum. Today I'm again live with a respectable and honorable, talented guest, Jasmine Schmele from USA. He is a nursing assistant and she's a founder of Wave of Kindness. First of all, I would like to thank you, Jasmine, for joining us today and welcome you to the show. Thank you so much.
Hey, it's nice to meet you for the first time. Very honored to be here with you today.
Yeah. Thank you so much. First of all, Jasmine, I would like you to tell us more about yourself so we can know more about you.
All right, that shouldn't be too hard. Hey guys, nice to see you all. I am Jasmine Schmally, and I'm from the United States. I am a licensed nursing assistant, graphic designer, poet, musician, motivational speaker, and one of the founders of the Ways of Kindness platform. And I'm someone who loves to make friends from all around the world, and it doesn't matter where you came from. I want to be friends with you. But I'm also someone who can't tolerate negativity or disrespect of any kind. So if you try to disrespect me, I don't think you should even try because I'm not going to deal with it. So that's me in a nutshell.
Wonderful. Then the first question which I would like you to ask is why this idea came in your mind? From where this idea came in your mind to make that grow, wave of kindness?
Well, actually, the story goes back all the way to when I was in ninth grade. So, let's just say that was 6 years ago. And I remember in my health science class when I was working to get my LNA license, I remember watching this movie called Pay It Forward, and it's pretty much based on the same concept where a boy wanted to make a difference in the world around him. So he decided to start this movement where like three people performed three random acts of kindness to three other people, and then those people would do the same thing, and then eventually the kindness started spreading. And after watching that, I got inspired. I'm like, you know what? I want to do something like that. I think that would be cool if something like that happened in real life. And then all of a sudden, Ways of Kindness just floated into my head, and the platform thing didn't come to my mind right then. I actually wanted to write a book called Ways of Kindness. And I kind of actually started writing it, but then I had to stop because I had to finish my high school and everything. So flash forward to January, the first week of January of this year. I somehow connected with Dr. Sanjay Kumar from Pakistan, and he was the first one to interview me. So he did, and after he interviewed me, that 30-minute interview changed my life because he gave me the courage to actually dive in and follow my dreams. And it was funny because me and him talking, that'd be fun. And he was like, let's see, how about Ways of Kindness? Because it was already in my head. And he's like, sure. So 7 days later, January 16th, that's when we did the first episode of the Ways of Kindness show. But it was only the two of us at the time. There was no platform, no nothing. So one thing led to another, and a whole bunch of people started joining and stuff, and yada, 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 yada. More people started interviewing me. I started connecting with more people, and long story short, Ways of Kindness has evolved into a beautiful platform and a beautiful family filled with people from all around the world who have the same goal to spread kindness and make this world a better place. So that's how that all started.
Okay, the second thing which I want to ask you is what do you think kindness means?
Well, what kindness means to me is just being there for other people, helping them out, and just being a good friend to everyone. All that just falls right into that. That's what kindness means to me. Just being nice to others and paying it forward, and
Okay. The now
yeah.
yeah, I want to tell us more about your group. That what's the purpose of this group, and what you guys are doing in that group.
Well, the purpose of the I call it a platform, not a group, because that's pretty much
Mm.
what it is. Um, this platform is designed to like spread peace, love, and harmony throughout the whole world, to create a one big global family here on this earth, and also to give people the awareness and the tools to change and become a better person. Now we realize that we can't force someone to change. Instead, we can give those tools. That's not they don't if they don't want to change, that's fine. But if they do, that's great. We just give them the tools to get started. We don't do the work for them. Yep.
Okay, and I would love to listen your struggles in the life which you faced,
My struggles.
and how you tackle them, how you overcome this fear.
Okay, well, I guess I could go back. I guess I could start when back in eighth grade, eighth or ninth. No, but I remember back then I had it was just to help people, but like I didn't know where to start. And it was funny because my mom gave me a few articles to read about licensed nursing assistants in the whole healthcare field and everything. And I read those articles. I'm like, okay, so all that happened, and through a lot of hard work and stuff and a lot of obstacles, I eventually got my LNA license when I was 18. And then I got a job at the nursing home, shift and everything, and I didn't last too long. And then after that, I started frantically trying to find another LNA job. So I was getting desperate. I was like, I will work at a fast food restaurant in order to get a job and make money. So that's exactly what I did. So I started working at a fast food restaurant for like $10 an hour, but hey, it was something. And they worked me to the ground. They took advantage of me. In the end, I was doing a work of a manager, and I wasn't even a manager. So that was hard. And then while that whole thing was happening, there was some things going on in my personal life, and I was in a very dark spot in my life. Like I was to the point where I didn't care about anything. I didn't care about anyone. I just wanted my life to be open. Realizing that my life was that bad, that I had a lot of things in life that other people didn't have, and that I'd better stop taking life for granted, or things are just going to turn out really bad. So I stopped taking life for granted and started being thankful for everything, and being really grateful. And then I ended up leaving the fast food restaurant, coming to the place I work now, and I've been here for a year and a half, and like wow, my life is so much better. And then added to that, starting up the Ways of Kindness platform and having this too, it's amazing because this fills my need to talk to people and to connect with people, and just to talk with people, because I love making new friends with people that I haven't even met in real life. There's just something really fascinating about that. So I don't know if that answered your question, but I tried.
Okay, then I would like to ask you that can you share us the about the motivational speaker? That what do you think there is a need of motivational speaker? Don't you think that motivation comes from a person's inside? So why do you think that there is a need of motivational speaker?
Yeah, well, okay. Well, I take my experiences, I take what I've learned from my experiences, the base of it, and I spread my message to other people so that way they don't have to go what I went through because what I went through was absolute crap. So I don't want other people to go through that. So I share my message. I share what I've learned from my life and teach it to other people and then they take it and then it's good. And to be technically I'd like to call myself an inspirational speaker then I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, and the other thing is, can you tell something about your work? That what does licensed nursing assistants do, and how hard is their job? Because in this pandemic, the doctors are facing really hard things. They are really struggling. So, what do you think? The how hard is their job? First of all, I would
Well,
really appreciate your work.
there's a bunch. Well, here, at least here in the United States, there's a bunch of healthcare settings you can work as a licensed nursing assistant, and the levels of work varies depending on which setting you work at. So if like you work at a hospital or a nursing home, the level of work is going to be higher and more stressful because you're dealing with that type of people. But if you're working in a facility, the level of work is going to be a little bit more relaxing and less stressful because you're taking care of people on their own, but they need a little assistance with them. And that's where I work at is an assisted living facility. And don't get me wrong, it's a nice job and everything. I love taking care of people. I love helping people. I love making a difference in the elderly's life. It just makes me feel satisfied. But don't get me wrong, there are days where it's just, oh my God, nonstop, like everyone goes crazy and you just don't get a break. Of course, you're going to have days like that. They're human, they have their days. But you got to think, you're helping them out. Regardless of what they are and how they act like, you're still helping them. And you should take that and always remember that, especially during the hard times. Because the more you think about the bad times, the more dragged down you're going to feel. But if you start thinking about the good times, then the bad times won't even bother you because you know the good times are going to come soon.
Yeah.
So like I said, it all varies because the people that I take care of are human. So and they get affected by numerous things. So they're of course they're going to have their days. But I love them anyway because they're amazing people. And they deserve to be taken care of and respected because they did a lot of good in their lives when they were younger.
Okay. And the what do you think about the people which hurt others? Do you think we must be kind to those people as well or not?
Well, okay, this is a hard question, but it's an important one. Um, now there's now there's some people who are just unkind, just be unkind because that's the way they are. But then there's some people that are unkind because they're simply unaware and they don't know what they're doing affects people. But as soon as someone teaches them that, like, hey, what you're doing is hurting people and maybe you should change your ways and stuff, once they become aware of their unkindness, and if they want to change, you're going to change and become a kind person. So honestly, it depends. I can't really say, oh, hey, don't be nice to unkind people. I am just not like that. I like giving everyone a chance when I first meet them, to give them a chance to show their true colors. And I don't listen what anyone else says about another person. I make my own observations based I make my decision based on my own observations, not what other people say.
Yeah, and I would love to hear your thoughts on leadership. What do you think the leadership is?
Well, from my experience of running this platform here, the most important thing of being a good leader is not acting superior to others, not being like, oh, I'm the boss. You have to listen to what I say and nothing else. I know that's not the right way to go. In order to be a good leader, you have to blend in with your team. You have to make everyone feel like they're leaders and stuff, and you have to make them feel like they're important and that they're doing something valuable. And then once everyone feels like they're important, that they're leading in a certain aspect, then the work quality and quantity will go up, and you get a lot more things done. I don't like being the boss. I don't like being bossy. I just like blending in and not making it seem like I'm the leader. And if anyone says, "Oh my God, Jasmine, thank you so much for everything that you've done," I'm like, no, it's because of you guys, not me. No, it's because of you guys. If it weren't for you guys, I would not be where I am. And I constantly remind them of that. It's because of them, not me. So long story short, to be a good leader, you have to realize that the actual team, is the building block. And if it weren't for that team, your idea or whatever it is you're working on wouldn't even exist if it weren't for those people.
Do you think that a leader must be a kind to the other people, all the people which are not obeying, or which are not like which are uh, you can say that which are not running on which are not listening to him, or like not obeying his rules, or not participating. Don't you Do you think that leader must be kind to all of them, or he must change his behavior according to the people?
Um, I believe that a leader should be kind to everyone on their team. And if someone disagrees, that's fine. They should seek to compromise and figure out a better solution, and combine those two different points of view, and create a better solution. Because, like, you never know. The leader might not, think of this certain viewpoint that the other person does, and vice versa. So if those points gets acknowledged, and there'll be better communication. So I wouldn't say, oh, if someone disagrees with you, cast them out. No, they're just bringing something different to the table. And the leader should work with that, with the entire team, and just kind of blend everything together so that everyone can be happy.
Yeah. And how do you relate kindness and forgiveness? Do you think they're interrelated or not?
Okay, yeah, this is a good question. They're kind of related, but kind of not. I mean, I'll just use myself for an example. There's been a couple of people in my life that I just can't forgive for what they've done to me. I just can't do it. Sure, I may treat them kindly because that's who I am. I'm not going to be like, no, you did that. I don't do that. It's like, Sure, they did whatever in the past, fine, whatever. I'll be kind to them, but I'm not going to forgive them. Because if I do forgive them, they're just going to end up doing the same thing to me. So, I mean, they're not really related, but they are. I mean, you can be kind to people, but not forgive them.
Mm.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Okay. And any of your teacher uh, who inspires you?
Ah, well, okay. Teacher,
Any
you're not
person
talking.
like in your life, yeah, any person in your life who
Oh,
inspires you. Mm.
oh, well, actually, I got a lot of people that inspire me.
Mm.
The whole entire Ways of Kindness family inspires me because they give me hope that there are people that are like-minded that want to be nice and spread kindness and make this world a better place. So just being with them and interacting with them and stuff, it just makes me feel inspired to continue and do more because they're just giving me that hope. So if any of you are part of the Ways of Kindness family and you're hearing this right now, I want to say this to you right now. You inspire me, so keep up the great work because you're doing awesome.
If I
but
say,
I
uh-huh,
but I
yeah.
have to say, if I had to pick a couple of people that inspire me the
Mhm,
most, I have
mhm,
actually two people
mhm,
that stand out to me.
mhm.
One is Dr. Sanjay Kumar. Of course, he's the first one that interviewed me. He was the one that introduced me to all this. Like, in the past, I had no idea that StreamYard even existed. I had no idea how to use it. But
Yeah.
Dr. Sanjay introduced me to StreamYard and everything. And once I saw how it worked and everything, I'm like, yeah, okay, this is fun and everything. But most importantly, Sanjay gave me the motivation. He gave me the self confidence. He gave me the feeling like, oh, you know what? Not all people are bad. I just got to go out and start finding those people. They're not going to come to me. I'm gonna have to get myself out there and find them. So he has done a lot for me, and he's just amazing. So he inspires me every day. And another person that inspires me is Bon Eric Tandick. I'm sure you know him because you interviewed him. He gave me a lot of help and feedback on my public speaking and stuff. You would not have wanted to see my public speaking 5 months ago when I first started because I was so bad at it. But with his help and his encouragement and his feedback, I'm here and I've gotten so much better. So he has inspired me to continue speaking out and everything and getting my name out there.
Okay. And your favorite sport? Do you do sports?
Not really. I'm not interested in sports, to be honest. No.
And what's your hobby? Like what you do in the free time?
Yeah. Well, I do a lot of things in my free time, but the thing I like doing the most in my free time is play the piano. I love playing the piano. It's one of my favorite things to do because it's an effective way to express my emotions without being destructive.
Okay. And any quote or any sentence, any motivational quote which changed your life or any moment?
Yeah, yep. If I had to pick a quote that changed my life, it'd be this: Be the change you want to see in the world. After reading that quote, it was like, yeah, okay, because it's so true. If you want to change the world, you you have to be the change. You have to show people what you want to change, and then other people will be influenced by you, and then they'll start becoming that way, and then yada yada yada. It's like a huge domino effect. So you can't talk about changing the world. You have to go out and do it. Actions speak louder than action speaks
Words. Yeah.
louder than words. Don't talk, do. Be action oriented. So yeah, that quote changed my life.
Okay. And at the end, I would love to take a message from you for the audience, for our viewers, all the people who are watching us here today.
Sure, why not? Hey guys, if you're watching this right now, I have something very important to say. Now, I have a huge belief that everyone here on this earth is connected and that we're all this huge family. It doesn't matter what culture or country or traditions or values you have, it doesn't matter. We're all humans, we're all equals, so we should all treat each other with the friendship and respect that you deserve. And with the increasing amount of advanced technology these days, it is so much easier for people from all around the world to connect to each other and to become friends, even if they haven't met each other physically in person. You got StreamYard and Messenger and Facebook and Twitter, and I could go on and on and on. There's so many things that you can use to connect with people. So if you're watching this right now, and if you're using social media, use social media in a positive way. Use it as a tool to spread your positive message and to spread your kindness around. Especially during these times where you can't really travel, you can't really go out in public places and stuff. You have the power of technology. So use that power of technology for good and spread that kindness, spread those waves of kindness around. So that's my message to you guys.
Yeah, wonderful message. And I want to tell that this interview series is supported by Rehan Foundation and Institute of Peace and is a part of Connecting World. Once again, I would like to thank you for joining us today from USA and giving us your precious time and your precious thoughts. Once again, thank you so much. Lots of love from Pakistan. Stay blessed and thank you so much. Thank
Bye.
Bye.